my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup Misfit and welcome to my first update for 50 Shades of Brown. Now this started April 15th of this year. We started a brand new color and it's going until April 15th of 2025 when a new color will come in, which is decided by the fantastic ladies much closer to that date. So basically, I'm sure you know what this project is, but your goal is to finish or hit goals on 50 products of a specific color for that year. This year is brown. The way that I work it is I just kind of slowly throw products into this project to see how far I can get. Now, of course, the goal is to hit 50 products by April 15th of the next year. I'm currently working on 5 products. Some people throw all 50 in at once. It's totally up to you. I have done this over the last couple of years, but I've only started partway through the project, so I haven't quite hit 50 products with a specific color as of yet. Hopefully with brown, I am able to hit that goal this year or even go further. We shall see, because with brown, you can throw in anything that falls within that range, basically from beige to almost black, I believe, or a really dark brown. So your options are endless. You can use a product color, the packaging color, or even a name like Bobbi Brown. And like I said, options are endless. So let's hope that I can hit 50 this year. With that, I'm going to show you guys the 5 products that I have been currently working on. And 4 of those 5, if you watched my intro, are basically sample packets, foundation packets. And I just wanted to use them up, get them out of my collection, because I really don't like having them. I just tend to sometimes throw in samples when I place a Sephora order. And a lot of the times it ends up being these foundation samples because there's nothing really else that I am interested in. So we're going to chat about the ones that I pulled in back in April. So first we're going to talk about one that I completely finished off. This is a Rare Beauty foundation, and this was in the lightest shade 160C. It was the lightest in the packet. There was 5 shades, I believe, plus a primer. I believe I finished off the primer and I got 2 uses out of this. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of it, I think. The couple times I wore it, I found it looked really cakey on me and I wasn't a big fan of it. Plus, I think the shade is a little too light for the fact that we're going into summertime now and I'm starting to tan a little bit because I'm sitting outside a lot more. This might be more of a winter shade for me, but unfortunately, I can't test it in the winter as of yet. So I don't know if this is a foundation that I'm going to like. I don't plan on purchasing it anytime soon, but I am happy that I was able to get a little sample of it because it is a foundation that I was slightly curious about. Also, I know I said I was going to try and use as many shades within the packet as possible, possibly count it as more than just one product, but I'm going to kind of scrap that. 1 shade, 1 packet. Even if I use more than 1 shade per sample, I'm just going to count it as 1. I'm going to use what I can. I'm really only aiming for 1, maybe 2 shades per sample because a lot of the shades are from very light to very deep, and trying to use them as a bronzer or a contour, as I mentioned, I have the intention, but I never actually do it. A lot of the reasons because I don't wear cream products or liquid products or anything along those lines very much. So for me to go out and actually like try to remember to put those on my face in another way than just a foundation, it doesn't really work very well. So I'm just going to kind of scrap that idea, use what I can out of it, usually just like the 1 shade that might be my shade, and then call it good. So we have 1 product rolling out, which I'm really excited. I got rid of the actual sample packet to show you guys, but this is 1 out of those 6. Next, we're going to chat about another Rare Beauty. This one I have not finished. This is the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. Now with this one, these 2 are the ones I would probably mix together. However, with it being a tinted moisturizer, that's not really what I go for. I need more coverage than that. So I don't think that wearing this is going to give me very much. I am going to show you guys shortly what I'm actually wearing today, and I kind of had that same issue, and it's not a tinted moisturizer, but I find these samples, the ones where it's just on the card, it's not a little packet where I was able to get 2 uses out of this. I can barely get any sort of product onto my face with these little things. They just don't seem to put enough in them. So I feel like it's a big waste. That being said, I know as a tinted moisturizer for this one, so I'm probably just going to put it under a foundation, which is what I've done today with a different one, which I'll show you in a second, like I was saying. But I think that these 2 are probably going to be the ones I need to focus on. They are the lightest They might be a little too light as well. We'll just have to see. So I'm going to try my best to use this within the next couple of days just to kind of get it out, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. I will try to hold on to the card if I remember to. Sometimes I just tend to throw it out without thinking. But this is sticking around for at least one more month. The one that I am wearing today is actually the Fenty Pro Filter, which I have gone through a few bottles of this before. Now, I actually was able to try and use 3 of these shades, and again, it didn't provide very much foundation in each of these samples, which I know is kind of the point of these little like card ones, but with that, it didn't give me anything. Like, I was able to kind of mix these two together to get a little bit of a shade that's more my match. I believe it was 125 and 175. I'm at about 150, I think. It's been a while since I've used the Pro Filter. I have such a love-hate relationship with it, and I'm pretty sure it's something that you have to shake before you use. Obviously, you can't do that with these. And again, it was like a finger swipe or two, and it really wasn't a whole lot of product. So even with combining the 2 shades, I really wasn't able to see if that brought me to the tone that I really needed. I then went for one deeper, just kind of put it around my jawline a little bit. And again, it still wasn't really enough to actually give me any coverage, which is what I look for in a foundation. So I put another foundation that I wear, my Pro Matte by L'Oreal, on top, because I wasn't going out with like very little coverage on my face today. So my face is very red. So I don't really like to kind of go out and about without much coverage. Yes, I have concealer on as well, but sometimes it's just not enough. So I am happy to say that yes, I was able to get through 3 of these, but the one that I was mainly focusing on, or the 2 I guess I should say, was these 2, and I'm happy that they are used up now. So I am going to take this out of the project and get rid of that one as well. Next, I have one more, which I actually might put on shortly because I am going out in a little bit, so I do plan on redoing my makeup. And this is the Dior Forever Foundation. Now, I think with this one, this shade right here, which is 1N Neutral, is the lightest one in these little packets. So I'm hoping that I can at least get 1 full use. This might provide 2, and see just how it wears on me throughout the evening, and see if I like it. I believe that there was maybe a foundation that I had tested, a Dior Forever one. I don't know which one exactly because I feel like there's a couple of them now. But I am like really interested in testing this one out, and this is probably the one that I've been most excited about. Even though I haven't worn it yet, I'm going to actually wear it later. So after I film, I'm probably going to redo my makeup. I am going to keep it in here though, just in case I forget to use it, because that has happened over the last couple of weeks. I've meant to use one of these packets and completely forgot about it, and just get so in the habit of putting on my own makeup, my own foundation, that I don't really think about it. So I'm not going to roll it out. I was thinking about it, but I'm going to hold on to it and make sure that I actually do use it. And if I don't end up wearing it tonight, I do have the next few weeks to get some use and get this rolled out for the next update. And again, it's only the shade I'm worried about. Nothing else in this is really going to work. And even if I could make it work, I'm not going to sit there and try to mix shades. I could, but my goal is just the one. And even if I use more, it's only going to count as one product anyways. So this one is staying in as well. So right now we have 2 out and 2 in. And the last one I'm going to talk about is my bronzer by Give Me Glow. Now, I rolled this in. It was brand new. I had either just started using it at the beginning of this project or slightly before that when I had finished off another bronzer. And I knew that this was going to be a long-term product. I like to completely finish off my bronzers before I roll in another one or start using another one. So I'm going to show you where we're looking at now. And within 2 months of using this product, I believe I have hit pan. Now, I hit this a few days ago, so the pan has expanded slightly. I am going to keep this in. I was thinking that maybe once I had hit pan, I would roll this out and roll something else in, but I am going to continue to use it no matter what. And my goal for this project is to try and use up as many products as possible. So if I can make this a goal of finishing it off, I would feel a lot better than just hitting pan and still having that product in my collection, because I'm going to continue to use this on a daily basis until it's completely finished. So I might as well keep it in here. I'm more than okay with that. And it would be kind of nice to keep track of the progress, I guess, month by month to see how it's looking. So I'm excited to keep this one in, even though it is going to be around for a little while longer. But I was able to see the rings in this bronzer for quite a while now. So I figured that pan was coming soon. I just didn't know quite when. I know I've had a couple of products where you could see the pan, or you could see the rings from the pan, but you couldn't quite get to the pan soon enough. It still seemed to take a while. This one was a few weeks of seeing the rings, and then I managed to hit pan in it shortly after that. So not a big deal. I knew this was going to be around for a while. I was actually surprised over the fact that I hit pan in just 2 months of usage, and I use a really big fluffy brush, so I thought it was going to take longer, whereas because the pan is so large, I was using a fluffier, or I do use a fluffier brush, whereas some of my other bronzers, I use more of a dense brush because the pan is a lot smaller. Plus, I think I like the fact that I can place it on my face a little bit better with a smaller brush. The big fluffy one just kind of tends to go all over the place. So I'm surprised that I managed to hit this in only like 2 months with that big fluffy brush. I feel like if I used one of my smaller, more dense bronzer brushes, which I like to use, it probably would have come a little bit quicker, but that's okay. We'll see. Maybe eventually I'll switch brushes. We'll just have to see how it goes. But for now, I'm happy with how this is going. I'm happy with how it's looking, and it's going to stick around for a little while longer. So I am rolling out 2 products, and I am keeping 3, which means I get to roll in 2 brand new products. So I have those sitting here with me right now, and we are going to get to them. So they are both from Benefit, and they are both the pomade brow pomade. They are both in 2 different shades. This one is 2 and this one is 3. Now, I am using I'm looking at my brows right now because I have a different eyeshadow in my brows because I was running late for work and doing my makeup in the car. I do like to use one product up, just like my bronzer, before I move on to another, but I do want to get these out. So I think I'm going to hold off on the eyeshadow that I'm using. It's from What's Up Beauty, the Geodes palette. You would have seen that in one of the videos I just posted, whatever project that is in. I think I'm going to hold off on that for a couple of days, get these 2 rolled out of this project, and then go back to that eyeshadow. I just want to get these used up. They've been hanging around for a while, and again, these things, these little samples, I'm not a big fan of. I don't mind them to test, but they just kind of like get annoying and get in the way, and I just want to get them out. And I figured that this was a good project to get some of this stuff going, flowing, and moving out of my collection. So those are the 2 brand new products. So I'm excited to see where we're going to be at next month. I am hoping to get all 4 of those out and keep in this bronzer, of course, for a little bit longer. So that will be the 2 foundation packets and then the 2 brow packets. So let me know if you're doing this project. I'm super excited. I love watching these. So let me know down below. And that is everything for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you all later. Bye.